Hello there, I'm that Gamer guy, and this week we're discussing video game to film adaptations. More specifically, this video will be your guide to the past, present and future of video game films. So journeying into the past, let's start with the first and arguably the worst. In 1993, Super Mario Bros. The film was unleashed on the world. In the early 90s, film studios could see that gaming was becoming a profitable market, and consequently several popular franchises at the time were adapted into film. Series such as Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat and yep, Super Mario Bros. Attempted to invoke the feeling of the games, but were somewhat lost in translation. I mean, look at Yoshi. That's meant to be Yoshi. There definitely were some mushrooms involved in the making of that film. So moving on into the noughties, we have the arrival of our first blockbuster video game films. At this point, Tomb Raider was now a well-known franchise, and Angelina Jolie was an up-and-coming action heroine. Someone put two and two together, and Lara Croft Tomb Raider was born.
You might try to kill me.
I'm not going to kill you.
I said you'd try.
Now, despite only having two films, the series was commercially successful. However, as a fan of the games, in my opinion, they sacrificed the mystery and exploration that's so prevalent in the games in favour of action to appeal to a wider audience. But next year the franchise is being rebooted, and apparently it's going to be of similar style to the current game series, so fingers crossed. But that is nothing compared to the eternal franchise that is Resident Evil. Soon to release its 6th film in its 15-year lifespan. If Tomb Raider sacrificed, Resident Evil full-on murders. These films seemingly handpicked characters and monsters and locations and pushed them all into one jumbled mess. But somehow, these films are the most commercially successful video game films in existence. Thankfully, well, hopefully, the upcoming 6th film is the last film in the series, so Paul W.S. Anderson will have to find another way to give his wife acting work. So throughout the noughties, video game films came and went without making much noise. Doom, Max Payne, Prince of Persia, but there was one for me that did stand out, and in my opinion is the best video game film adaptation, and that is Silent Hill. Whilst yes, there were some questionable tweaks to the story, and Pyramid Head should not be in this film, overall I think the film managed to capture the feeling of playing the game almost perfectly. But let's not talk about the second film. Okay, so enough of the past, let's move on to the present. So recently we've had Need for Speed, Hitman, Ratchet and Clank that again all came and went without making much noise. And then, as much as it pains me to talk about this, we had the Angry Birds movie. I'm not really sure if you can call this a video game adaptation. Seeing as Angry Birds has next to no story, I think this is just more of a licensing thing. Regardless, it made a lot of money. I'm not sure who would pay to see it, but it did. Megan. And then we had Warcraft. Say what you want about this film, Warcraft manages to capture the world of the game with incredible detail. I personally liked it, but I think I'm biased because I played WoW for so many years. But I do understand the critical reaction, as at its core, it is just a generic action film. But I hope more get created, and I hope they get made better. And that brings us on to Assassin's Creed. You were meant to be the chosen one! A commercially successful franchise and a critically successful director. Somehow, it didn't work. Now I haven't seen the film so I can't comment too much, but I know I'm already disappointed. The director Justin Kurzel made Macbeth, a fantastic period action drama that stars Michael Fassbender and Marion Cotillard. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. So to then go on and make an action period drama starring Michael Fassbender and Marion Cotillard and have it flop, something has to be up. It does seem like there is either a curse on video game films, or film critics just don't respond to them. So now let's look to the future, if there is a future, what will become of video game films? Well, it's no secret that Hollywood is running out of ideas. It seems nowadays that nearly every film is either a sequel, a remake or a reboot. So in my opinion, all we need is one critically and commercially successful video game film for Hollywood to open up their greed-ridden eyes and see just how much content there is for them to adapt. Blockbuster titles such as Uncharted, Halo and Bioshock have long been rumoured now, but all three have the potential to straddle the line between critically successful and commercially successful. And it doesn't stop at those three. Borderlands, Devil May Cry, Gears of War, God of War, Half-Life, The Last of Us, Mass Effect, Metal Gear Solid, Splinter Cell. All of those are in the early stages of development, which likely means that film studios have bought the rights to them but are just too scared to make them. And who's to say that video game films should be limited to just Hollywood blockbusters? Nowadays there is a vast pool of indie games, so why has there not yet been an indie game, indie film? Something like Dear Esther or Gone Home, in my opinion, is suited perfectly for film. For these film studios, it simply all comes down to faith. Faith that video game films can sell well and can be well received. And that's up to us, the gamers. If you, like me, want more video game films, then when they get made, please go and see them or go and buy them. Just not Resident Evil. And that was it. Video game film adaptations, the past, present and future. Feel free to leave your favourite and least favourite video game film down in the comments. And with that, I'll say goodbye. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more. I write a bi-weekly gaming blog, so if you're interested in that, then I'll leave a link below. And if there's anything gaming, geek or LGBT related that you'd like me to discuss in a future video, then please leave your suggestion down in the comments. Tomb Raider, all our hopes are on you. I hope to see you guys next time, but until then...
Super Mario Brothers. This ain't no game.